Bohr's model of atom. In order to overcome the drawbacks of Rutherford's model of the atom, Niels Bohr put forward another model of atom called Bohr's model of atom. He forwarded the following postulates of his model. Only certain special orbits known as discrete orbits of electrons are allowed inside the atom. That is, electrons are present in these special orbits which are called discrete orbits inside the atom. While revolving in discrete orbits, the electrons do not radiate energy. These orbits, they are also known as shells, or they are also called as energy levels. These orbits or shells, they are represented by letters K, L, M, N, etc. or they can be represented by numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see in the diagram, inside an atom there is nucleus in the center and rest of these are the orbits or shells in which electrons are present. How are electrons distributed in these different orbits or shells? The distribution of electrons into different orbits of an atom was suggested by Bohr and Bury. Thus, it is also known as Bohr-Bury rules. The following rules they were followed while writing the number of electrons in different energy levels. Rule number first says the maximum number of electrons present in a shell is given by the formula 2n square, where n is the orbit number or energy level index, that is n can be 1, 2, 3, etc. So we can calculate the maximum number of electrons in different shells. Like if we talk about the first orbit is also represented as K shell. Then the formula will become 2 into 1 square, because in this case n is 1, so it becomes 2. That means in K shell there can be a maximum number of 2 electrons. If we move to second orbit or the L shell, then the number would increase to 8, because in this case n is equal to 2. So 2 into 2 square becomes 8. Similarly, third orbit or M shell will contain 2 into 3 square, that is 18 electrons, and the fourth orbit or the N shell will contain 32 electrons, and so on. Rule number second says the maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in the outermost orbit is 8. Rule third says that electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shells are filled. That is, the shells, they are always filled in a stepwise manner. First of all, the inner shells will be filled, and then after the outer shells would be filled. Valency. The outermost electrons present in the outer shell of an atom are called the valence electrons. Now, we have studied from the Bohr-Bury rule that the outermost shell of an atom can accommodate a maximum number of 8 electrons. So, it was observed that the atoms of elements which are having a completely filled outermost shell, they show very little chemical activity. Or we can say that their combining capacity or valency is 0. Similarly, if we talk about the inert elements like helium, neon, helium atom has 2 electrons in the outermost shell, and all the other elements have atoms with 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So, the combining capacity of the atoms of other elements, that is, their tendency to react and form molecules with atoms of the same or different elements, is called its valency. So this is the valency given of first 20 elements, like valency of hydrogen is 1, valency of helium is 0, because helium is an inert element. Valency of lithium is 1, valency of beryllium is 2, valency of boron is 3, valency of carbon is 4. Similarly, you can see all the valencies of these elements. Atomic number. Atomic number is defined as the total number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. The atomic number of an element, it is denoted by letter Z. For example, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, because in hydrogen atom only one proton is present in the nucleus. Similarly, the atomic number of carbon is 6. That means carbon has the presence of 6 protons in its nucleus. Mass number. The mass number is defined as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. We know that inside the nucleus of an atom, not only protons are present, but neutrons are also present along with the protons. So, the sum total of the number of protons and neutrons which are present in the nucleus of an atom is called the mass number. Also, the protons and the neutrons, they are collectively known as nucleons, as they are present inside the nucleus. Mass number is represented by capital A. In the notation for an atom, the atomic number, the mass number and the symbol of the element are to be written as. First of all, we write symbol of the element, and then mass number is written on the superscript, whereas the atomic number is written on the subscript. For example, nitrogen is written as N714. Isotopes. In nature, a number of atoms of some elements, they have been identified which have same atomic number but different mass numbers. For example, if we take the case of hydrogen atom, hydrogen has 3 atomic species, namely protium, deuterium and tritium. Protium is H11, that is, in case of protium, hydrogen is having atomic number 1 and mass number also 1. In case of deuterium, hydrogen is the element with atomic number 1 but mass number 2. And in case of tritium, the element is hydrogen having atomic number 1 but mass number 3. Similarly, carbon has also 2 isotopic forms. Carbon having atomic number 6 and mass number 12, and carbon having atomic number 6 and mass number 14. So, on the basis of these examples, isotopes are defined as the atoms of the same element having the same atomic number but different mass numbers. So, chlorine also occurs in 2 isotopic forms with mass number 35 and 37 units. Applications of isotopes. We know that the chemical properties of isotopes, they are similar, but their physical properties, they are different. So, since the chemical properties of isotopes of an element, they are same, normally we are not concerned about taking a mixture. But some isotopes, they have special properties which find them useful in various fields. Some of them are: an isotope of uranium is used as a fuel in nuclear reactors. An isotope of cobalt is used in the treatment of cancer. An isotope of iodine is used in the treatment of goiter. Isobars. Isobars are the atoms of different elements with different atomic numbers but same mass number. For example, if we consider the atomic number of calcium, it is 20, and if we take argon, the atomic number of argon is 18, but the mass number of both calcium and argon is 40 units. So, both calcium and argon, they are called isobars since they are having different atomic numbers but same mass number.